All right, calculus, welcome to the notes that we did here on Thursday. And if you're in class Thursday, a few of these might be different, so it's important that everybody has these notes down. We started section 1.3 today. A lot of these in your homework sets. So find f plus g, f minus g, f times g, and f divided by g. State its domain. If f of x is 8 plus 2x minus 5x squared, and g of x is 3 minus 2x. Let's first do f plus g. So 8 plus 2x minus 5x. Get in the habit, whatever you're adding, let's put it in a parenthesis there to show I'm adding that quantity on. So we have a negative 5x squared, 2x minus 2x, the x's cancel. 8 plus 3, 11. Negative 5x squared plus 11 is how you would answer that. All right, it's going to take this down a little. Again, pause it whenever you need to get, come on, to get all the work, everything down. All right, so this is 8 plus 2x minus 5x squared. Definitely need the parenthesis here. You're subtracting all of it. So negative 5x squared. 2x minus a negative 2x is now 4x. 8 minus 3 is 5. All right. Have that down. I'm probably honestly going to erase it so we have enough room for the last bits. So now would be a good time to pause that if necessary. All right. There we go. Okay. And f times g. Nope, Mr. Yak. There we go. F times g, all right, would be 8 plus 2x minus 5x squared times 3 minus 2x. It's not foiling because foiling is a binomial times binomial. It's just distribution here. You got 24 minus 16x plus 6x minus 4x squared minus 15x squared. Negative times a negative is a positive 10x to the third. All right. 10x to the third. It's the highest power there. Degree 3 we learned in honors algebra 2. We got minus 10x then plus 24. And if I make a boo, just correct it. All right. Then I want to talk about stating the domain, so have that down. All we did was distribute and combine like terms. Pause this now if you need to. We're going to do f divided by g of x. We'll do 2 of these total. I think you got one in your homework sets. Chapter 1, homework set number 1, whether you have version A or B is due next Friday. After we take our quiz tomorrow, it's what you should be working on. All right? So f divided by g is 8 plus 2x minus 5x squared divided by 3 minus 2x. It is that easy. Now, honors algebra 2, we might have, or maybe we didn't, state the domain. You guys know that you can't divide by 0. So set the denominator equal to 0. So for the first part, that is f divided by g of x. F of x divided by g of x. All right. This won't factor, right? Won't cancel. I made that up, so I would be shocked if it factored. Yeah, negative 40 divided by, looking good, no factor. Anyway, 3 is equal to 2x. X cannot be 3 over 2. So I told the kids today, you can write, like we did in honors algebra 2, you can write the domain is x, set notation, x such that x doesn't equal 3 over 2. Also on this one, you can write an interval notation because you'll have to do that most of the year. Anything from negative infinity to 3 over 2, union 3 over 2 to infinity. 2 different ways to write the domain, okay? It's not all real numbers because you can plug something in for x that makes you divide by 0. Anyway, that is example 1. Example 2 is just like it. Same as number 1, but with the following. All right, so f, that's interesting. F plus g is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 5. All right. F minus g is equal to, again, get in the habit of using these parentheses, is equal to, can you see that? You can. Negative 3x squared. You're subtracting negative 3x, so plus 3x plus 5. All right. Then we're going to do f times g in a second, so have this down, f times g. Or you know what, because we're gonna do f divided by g of x kind of on its own. So f times g is 5 minus x squared, 2x squared minus 3x. Distribute time. Okay, I don't need to draw the arrows here, you guys get it. Minus 15x. Minus 2x to the 4th plus 6x to the 3rd. Let's put everything in order from, so standard form, negative 2x to the 4th plus 6x to the 3rd plus 10x squared minus 15x. All right. Last one, f divided by g of x while stating the domain. Then we'll go on to some more. That'll get you caught up if you're an A group. Okay. Erase. So that's it. You can factor out the x they have in common, but it won't cancel with anything here. Now, state the domain. Set the bottom equal to 0 because you cannot divide by 0. So what I'm doing is I'm factoring out the x that they have in common. So 2 numbers here make the domain 0. 3 over 2 and 0. 3 over 2 and 0. So again, on this homework assignment, I'll let you write the domain as follows. You can say the domain is any x such that x doesn't equal 0 or 3 over 2. This is going to be a wild one in interval notation, but I'm still going to write it here because it's good to see always in interval notation. So negative infinity to 0, union 0 to 3 over 2, union 3 over 2 to infinity. All right. One of those 2 ways on your homework set is how you would describe the domain. What are we looking at? 8 minutes there. All right. So let's go. Whoa. F of g of h of x. F of g of h of x. You can't see that, but that's what we're looking at. F of g of h of x. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with this. Clearly, I need to learn how to use my board. Clearly says g of h of x first. Let's evaluate that. So g of, what is h of x? 7 minus 4x. I'm plugging 7 minus 4x in for x in that g of x equation. So it's going to be 2 times 7 minus 4x squared minus 1. Okay, this is a very good one. See something like this potentially on your quiz tomorrow. Inner product is negative 28x, double it, then square a negative 4x minus 1, which is 98 minus 57. Whoa, it's not that. 98 minus 112x plus 32x squared minus 1, which A lot of good work on this one. This is one of my favorites. 32x minus 32x squared minus 112x plus 97. And in the other class, I did forget. Now I need to do f of that. So I need to do f of 32x squared minus 112x plus 97. So I'm going to erase this part here. So pause it if you need to now. All right. So I'm actually going to move. Oh, easy there, big fella. I'm going to rewrite that. F of 32x squared minus 112x plus 97. All right. 3 times 32x squared minus 112x plus 97 minus 5. 2. We get some wild answers on this question, so don't think like, did I do this right? My answer is huge. Most likely will be. All right. 96x squared minus 336x plus 286 would be our final answer there. All right, I got 3 more. One of them is a piecewise function. We should do one more of those, all of us. So, section 1.1 review question. Graph f of x is 3 minus 1/2 x if x is less than or equal to -2, and x squared minus 3 if x is greater than -2. All right, so what we're going to do, again, have this, pause it if you need to. So we're going to go over here. Goodness. We're figuring things out. We're going to make a little t table. How about in red? Eventually. There. Here. On your homework, I do want you to write, okay, this is for 3 minus 1/2 x. And here, it's for x squared minus 3. Okay. -2 is a transition point for both. Notice in the first equation, less than or equal to, it's allowed to be -2, closed circle. It's allowed to be just bigger than -2, open a circle for that one. That is an open circle there. So I'm going to plug -2, and I can plug it in there. 3 plus 1 gives me 4. Then I'm gonna plug -4 in. 3 plus 2 gives me 5. 2 points determine a line. Now, I do not have a line on the second part. So that is a parabola. So I'm going to plot, honestly, 5 points. 4 or 5 points. Plug -2 and I get 1. Plug -1, I get -2. Plug 0 and I get -3. Plug 1 and I get -2. And plug 2 and I get 1. All right. So on this first one, I have -2, 4. And it is a closed circle. Then I have -4, 5. That's not -2, 4. It's -3, 4. -2, 4 is right there. Then I have -4, 5. You know, and it something like that. That's a terrible. But you know, I'm not in good position here. You get the point. It's coming there from the left, and it's stopping right there. So then, -2, 1, the second part here, -2, 1, again, that's not -2. Seems to be a struggle there. -2, 1, open circle right there. -1, -2. 0, -3. 1, -2. 2, 1. It curves up like that. We have a jump discontinuity at -2. It's going along, doing that, jumps right there, boom, on up. This is discontinuous, as you can see with jump discontinuity. There's a piecewise function. Your homework question looks very similar, I believe. Last page here. So the area of a rectangle is 24 square inches. Express the perimeter as a function of one of its sides. So area is 24. Area is also length times width. So 24 is equal to length times width. Perimeter is twice the length plus twice the width, but it wants P of L. P of L is blank. It's a ratio of one of its sides. So I need to figure out what the width is. 24 divided by the length. That is what the width is. So the perimeter is twice the length plus 24 divided by the length, which is this interesting answer. The perimeter expressed in terms of the length is twice the length plus 48 divided by the length. For everyone, that's a new one for everyone. Number 6 is also a new one. Let's try number 6. I like number 6. Number 6 says, express the area of an equilateral triangle as a function of one of its sides. They're all S. You can write X too if you want, if you don't like all those S's. I'm just going to write S or X. My S's look like 5s. X. This is unbelievable. X. 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 Area is 1/2 base times height. Well, we know the base is X. Equilateral triangle, any triangle, the base and the height make a right angle. The base is X, okay? I need to figure out what this is. So what I do is I look at this now right triangle here, use the Pythagorean Theorem to figure out the heights. This should be 1/2 of an X, okay? So the Pythagorean Theorem would tell me that X over 2 squared plus the height squared is equal to X squared. X squared over 4 plus the height squared is equal to 1x squared. That means that the height squared is equal to 3/4 of an x squared. Whoa. Take square root. So the height is going to be the square root of x squared, puts an x on the outside. Square root of 3 divided by 2. Square root of 3 divided by 2. Because what's the square root of 4 there? All right. Look at that, looking good. Again, x over 2, that would be, it gets cut right in half. X is the hypotenuse. Everything is looking good. Root 3 over 2 times x. Again, the base is x. So I'm going to get rid of this. So now we have the area is 1/2 the base, which is x, times the heights, which is the square root of 3 over 2 times x. So the area, in terms of one of its sides, x, is root 3 over 4x squared. Whoa, pretty interesting. All right, there we go, folks. That is it for your notes. We will talk again, well, on your quiz tomorrow, but on Monday and Tuesday. This is Yak Math Videos signing out.